And welcome to Ranger Stadium for tonight's baseball game between the Steele Knights and the Smithson Valley Rangers. We're honoring Cody Fuller, a 2001 graduate, as he goes through some pancreatic cancer. And we'll hear his daughter now, Chandler Fuller, with the national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light, one so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare for bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back to Ranger Stadium. It's Friday night high school baseball as the Rangers play host to the Steele Knights in District 27 6A. This is the big game, second game of the two-game series between the Knights and the Rangers. The Rangers won 5-1 at Steele on Tuesday night. So another set, another game. The Rangers now 20-6. Rangers 23-4 and 12-1 in district play. On the mound tonight, Jackson Elizondo, an 8-0 record, 2.00 his ERA. Talk more about him throughout the course of this game. The left-hander on the mound tonight. The Knights have a lineup that's run them to a 26-1 record, 11-4 in District 27 6A. That's good enough for third place. Right now, New Braunfels second, Smithson Valley first. They're clearly the best two teams in the district. The Steele Knights in third, the best of the rest. Elizondo continues his warm-up pitchers. We'll set the defense for you with Hanson, Cason Wells, and Arguello in the outfield. C. Hanson, De Hoyos, B. Wells at second, and Burgess at first. Gonzalez behind the plate. Elizondo on the mound for the Rangers. It'll be Tollison, Hamilton, and DeMont. The first three due up for the Knights. Again, we're playing this night. Been a week kind of honoring Cody Fuller, a 2001 Smithson Valley graduate who finds himself in the hospital now with pancreatic cancer and fighting the battle that he does. Again, that was his daughter Chandler who sang our national anthem that brought us on the air tonight. Good-looking crowd in here, and we're just about ready to get underway. Should be continuing to grow throughout the night. Peyton Tollison, the shortstop for the Knights, will lead it off for them as Elizondo gets ready for his first pitch. Left-hander's fastball is a bit upstairs. We played that particular pitch without a center fielder, which is where Cody played. Now Cason Wells, the center fielder for the Rangers, makes his way out to that territory. The batter obviously taking as the Rangers did that symbolic. You saw the 25 on the foul grass behind home plate in honor of Cody Fuller. So Tolleson back in the box. That fastball's in there for a strike. The count evens up at 1-1. The leadoff batter for the Knights on this Friday night affair here at Ranger Stadium. Elizondo brings a 1-1 delivery. That one in the dirt. Runs the count to 2-1. Right-handed batter digs back in. That one judged to be just outside, so the count is now 3-1. There's a strike on the inside corner. That one hit towards center. Wells has a track on it and makes a sliding catch. So Cason Wells, who will talk more about him when he comes to the plate, makes a spectacular catch in center field for the first putout of the game. Cason Wells, the senior center fielder who is likely the district MVP. I don't think with his numbers and his ability there'd be any doubt who will be the district MVP, but he shows why there on a fly ball in center field that was dying, and he came in and made the catch. Elizondo a little bit high and inside with the first pitch to Grant Hamilton. Hamilton, the left fielder, comes into the game with a .275 average. The right-handed batter takes that one for a strike to even the count at 1-1. Another fastball right down the pipe as Elizondo gets ahead in the count. All the stadium lights on, still some sun shining in, and there's a swing and a miss for the second out. As Elizondo gets his first punch out for out number 2, brings up the third baseman, Cody DeMont.
2 outs for the Knights, nobody on. Brings up the third baseman, number 22, Cody DeMont.
DeMont with a .250 average during the season. Another right-handed batter. And again, Elizondo misses a little bit high with his first offering. DeMont, a senior. Elizondo snaps one off and puts one right in there. And the count is again even at 1-1. Cleanup hitter is Clint Lafferty. He's the center fielder. He was the only player who got hits Tuesday night. He had 2 of them and drove in their only run. As Elizondo paints the inside corner and runs the count to 1-2. But Lafferty won't get to the plate unless DeMont gets on base. Swing and a miss. The catcher drops the ball, so he'll have to throw to first, which he does. Burgess makes the catch, and that's out number 3. So the Knights go 1-2-3 in the top of the first. We'll be back for the Rangers half of the first with Wells, Hanson, and Arguello due up here on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Fisher's Neighborhood Market, Ferris Orthodontics, Sage Capital Bank, Wick Productions, HEB, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Dermatology San Antonio, Summerhill Dental, and Jeremy Fuller State.
It isn't Taco Tuesday without the freshest tortillas. That's why HEB bakes tortillas fresh in store. Your kids won't eat tacos on Tuesday or any day without their favorite toppings. Good thing H-E-B has it all, including guacamole made fresh in store. It's been a really long week, and it's still only Tuesday. That's why H-E-B does all the shopping for you, so you can just pick it up with free curbside. No store does more to bring the best to your door. Shop the app or online and pick up curbside free at H-E-B.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Fisher's Neighborhood Market, Ferris Orthodontics, Sage Capital Bank, Wick Productions, H-E-B.
Back to Rangers Stadium, and the leadoff hitter for the Rangers here in the bottom of the first will be Cason Wells, the center fielder. He faces Ben Butler, young man who hasn't started a game this year on the mound that we know of. First pitch is a ball down low. Wells 620 his average on the season. There's a ball inside. Count goes to 2-0. Butler leads the team with 47 runs scored and hits that one high and far and out of here over the right field wall. Absolutely crushed it for his 7th home run of the season. Actually, no doubt about it is the best adjective to see, as that ball flew off his bat high and far and was out of here in no time. The right fielder, Gallegos, just kind of turned and watched it sail over the wall, and the Rangers have a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Brings up the two-hole hitter, Wyatt Hansen, the left fielder. 273 average for the senior. He'll step in against Butler, who saw the third pitch of his game go far away. And there's a ball in the dirt. He's thrown only one strike, and it was hit way out of here. Hansen digs in, crowds the plate, hits one in the ground foul down the third base average, or down the third base line. That one's upstairs, and the count goes 2-1. On the ground to third. Up with it is DeMott. His throw across is in time as the first baseman, Galindo, lost his hat going to cover. So the first out of the inning is a 5-3 put out. And with one out and a run in, the right fielder, Tim Arguello. Arguello with a .378 average. The left-handed batting senior was the starting pitcher Tuesday night. Takes that one upstairs. And quickly he's ahead in the count. 2-0. Left-hander fouls this one down the third base line. Up and out of play. Arguello has some good numbers of his own this season. That one's in the dirt. Count now 3-1. A run in on the Cason Wells home run to lead off the Ranger first. Arguello now waits for the 3-1, sends it in the air to left field. That one's got some pop to it. The right fielder, Gallegos, is back and makes the grab on the warning track. Just as he gets onto the warning track, he makes a great running catch for the second out of the inning. So the second hard hit ball off of Butler. This time gets tracked down and caught on the warning track.
Shortstop number 25, David DeHoya.
Now the junior, David DeHoyas. He's the shortstop this year. Last year, first base. This year, the athletic safety on the football team plays shortstop. 447 his average. Lots of extra base hits under his name this season. Sends that one foul down the third base line. Gets by Coach Kale. Butler struggling a little, but he's gotten 2 outs with only 1 run in, and the base is empty with 2 outs. Cleanup hitter DeHoyas steps back in. The 1-1 delivery is inside. Ethan Gonzalez on deck. That one a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop gobbles it up. Tollison with the throw across as Galindo drops his hat also on that play, but a 6-3 putout is the 3rd out of the inning. So the Rangers get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base at the end of 1 complete. It's the Rangers 1, the Knights nothing on the Rangers Network.
What brings you here to? Whoa. Well, I heard my wife talking to her friends that y'all work miracles, so I thought maybe you could do something with this.
We absolutely help women, children, and men, but I'm gonna have to call in the reinforcements.
Dermatology San Antonio can do this for me. Just think what they can do for you.
Back to Rangers Stadium, and again a good crowd out here tonight, honoring Cody Fuller and his battle with cancer. Spud, the local organization under the direction of Aubrey Herring, has some sponsors for tonight's game, including Marco's Pizza, On the Grind, and Betty's Tacos, helping sponsor tonight's event. Again, honoring Cody Fuller and his battle with cancer. His kids in attendance tonight. The Rangers playing with a shirt that says "Play for Cody" on the back. Hashtag "Play for Cody," pardon me. And that continues the theme of the night here at Rangers Stadium. The Rangers lead it 1-0 as we head to the top of the second. It'll be Clinton Lafferty, the center fielder. Again, he's the only player that had hits on Tuesday night against Arguello. And Elizondo sends a first pitch fastball low and inside, just off the strike zone. Gonzalez tried to frame it, but just missed. Lafferty in about a 400 average this season. He's clearly the best hitter on the team. That one's in there right at the knees. So 2 good pitches by Elizondo. 1 gets a call, 1 missed by an inch. The count's even at 1-1. Swing and a miss by Lafferty. That time Elizondo just reared back and fired it past him. Gonzalez now sets up on the outside corner. This one a little bit of a breaking ball in the dirt to the inner half. And the count is even up at 2-2 to the leadoff batter for the Knights here in the second. 1-0 Rangers, top of the second inning. 2-2 pitch is fouled toward the Steele dugout up high off the screen. Count remains 2-2. Elizondo gets the sign. One a little bit upstairs. The count's full now. Three up and three down for the Knights in the first. And a swing and a miss. The third strikeout in a row is the first out of the second inning. Elizondo threw it past him.
One out for the Knights, nobody on.
Now due up is the right
Right fielder, number
fielder, yes, Alex Anderson Gallegos. His average right around 300 on the season. Right fielder made a great running play in the Ranger first. Elizondo bent that one in there. That one in the dirt, up high. Elizondo fields it and fires to first, and unfortunately, Burgess couldn't hang on to it. First base coach quickly to keep him there. We're going to call that an error on the pitcher or the first baseman? Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with you. So the error is on the throw by Elizondo. So the runner on first belongs to him. And the batter is the DH, Michael Castillo. 353 his average on the season. Another curveball for a strike. Elizondo ahead in the count. See the runner held at first. Now the center field camera to bring the pitch. It's in the dirt off Gonzalez's chest protector. The runner will round first. He's headed to third. Gonzalez can't get his footing, so the throw is wild. Good backup by the left fielder. Keeps the ball in play, but Gallegos makes it to third on the wild pitch. Gonzalez got down trying to block it, but it took a high hop off his chest protector. He didn't see it right away when he got to it, and he slipped. He tried to plant a throw and slipped. So there's a runner on third with one out. Castillo, the batter, he wants to bluffs a bunt. Count goes to 2-1. Gallegos, the runner on third, one down. Tries to bunt it, bunts it in the dirt. Runs the count to 2-2. Trying to get the runner home with a squeeze bunt, but can't get it fair. So Castillo waits again. Elizondo's 2-2 delivery on the way. Swings and grounds it foul on the first base side. So we stay at 2-2. Quarter infielders up on the grass. Middle infielders playing shallow enough, but that's a base hit. Could be extra bases. Over to field it is Hansen. Castillo with an RBI single. And he ties the score at 1-1. With one out, now they have a runner on first. And the first baseman, Caleb Galindo.
Brings up the first baseman, number 21, Caleb Galindo.
Galindo, a .275 average on the season. Runner a short lead at first. There's a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Swung and missed by Galindo. Right-handed batter waits. That one right at the letters, but good enough for a strike, and the count goes to 0-2. Crow and Salazar due on deck, with one out and a runner on first. Galindo digs back in. Left-handed pitcher sends one low for the first ball of the at-bat. 1-2 the count. Middle infielders playing for the double play. First and third up on the edge of the grass. That one's low again. Good stop by Gonzalez, and the count goes to 2-2. Rangers have won 10 in a row coming into this one, trying to make it 11. That one's in the air, right side, foul territory. Everybody chasing, but it looks like it'll land about 10 feet over the fence and over the dugout for just a foul ball pop-up. So the count remains 2-2, another foul ball. All the youngsters out to chase. Looks like some Steele Knights siblings got to it first. Elizondo into the stretch. That one's upstairs and runs the count full. Second batter of the inning he's gone full count to, with a run in to even the score at 1-1. Runner on first, one run in. Galindo the batter, full count to him. That one on the inner part of the plate is good enough for a called strike. The fourth strikeout of the game for
2 outs for Steele.
Jackson Elizondo.
Brings up the second baseman, number 4, Austin Crow.
Austin Crow, the batter, second baseman with a .250 average. Jackson Elizondo, as we mentioned, 8-0 on the season, 2.00 ERA, 64 strikeouts coming in with 4 more to go. And that's a ball down low, and he had 28 walks as well. 42 innings of work, second most on the team. Crow digs back in. Elizondo again to the stretch. Runner takes a short lead at first. Batter takes time. The Knights' second baseman, Austin Crow, takes that one also low. Crow's a junior. Right-handed batter waits, sends a fly ball to right. Arguello goes back, makes the catch, and medium to deep right field for the third out of the inning. But the Knights get a run. They tie us at 1-1 as we head to the bottom of the second on the Rangers Network.
Coach, this is the year. Give me a chance. I get to try out? Yes!
This is the year. Get your guns. Get your guns.
You know, this is the third time he's tried out for the team, and I don't think he's going to make it this time either.
Yep, and this never gets old.
Dr. Embry, would you like a try?
Absolutely.
And we're back to Ranger Stadium. There's the softball coach, Coach Schramm Wolf, here out at attendance at the baseball game tonight. Sponsored by Spud and the director Aubrey Herring. Everyone out here to support Cody Fuller, Ranger of 2001. Was a great player and a great human being while he was here, and still is a great human being. Right now down with cancer, so we continue to pray for him. Everyone out tonight to support. Ethan Gonzalez, the Ranger catcher, 408 his average. A home run, 25 runs batted in to his credit. There's a rope to left. It'll be a single. Brought in by Hamilton. So another hard hit ball for the Rangers, though they are tied 1-1. Only their second hit of the game. There's the courtesy runner. That's Gavin Woods going in to run. The courtesy runner for the starting catcher. And in case you've probably noticed this, everyone in the Ranger uniforms has number 25, Cody Fuller's number, on tonight. We'll still try to keep track of who everyone is for you. Bryce Wells, a freshman, puts down a beautiful bunt down the first base line, tries to beat it out. The catcher picks it up. First baseman drops it. Great job by Salazar to get out on it in a hurry. Made a throw that was a little bit low, and the first baseman couldn't hold on to it. Gonzalez goes to second.
Brings up the designated hitter, number 25, Zach Gingrich.
Now the DH, Zach Gingrich, sophomore, 308 his average on the season. So another quality hitter. He squares around to bunt, but pulls the bat back. So 2 on, nobody out. The sophomore Gingrich up to the plate. He'll square to bunt, pulls it back late on the breaking ball, and the count is 2-0. Coach Chad Kale down in the third base coaching box goes through his signs. Gingrich gets back into the lineup and waits for Ben Butler's next offering on 2-0. First baseman's charging in. He swings, does Gingrich, on 2-0 and fouls it down the first base line. So now everybody's guessing what the batter will do with 2 on and nobody out. So the 2-on pitch. Kendrick takes this one, evens the count at 2-2. So Zach won't be bunting now. 2 on, no outs, 2-2 the count. Ben Butler gets his sign and into the stretch. See the shortstop Tollison trying to hold the runner. That one's in the dirt. Salazar won't be able to get it in time. Both runners will move up. So just as good as a sac bunt. Gendrick now with a full count, but now swings away with a chance to drive in a couple of runs. Of Three-quarter infielders remain up on the edge of the grass, middle infielders on the back grass. Score tied at 1-1. We play bottom of the second. Rangers threatening against Ben Butler. That's another rope right at the right fielder, who stumbled briefly, then comes in, makes the catch. The runner bluffs the tag. The throw's a good one, so just a fly ball out to right is out number 1. And as the next batter comes up, the Rangers with 2 on and 1 out for the first baseman, Cooper Burgess. Burgess a .250 average on the season, the junior. A left-handed batter against the left-handed starter for the Knights. Burgess swings and misses at a slow breaking ball way out in front. Finds himself down in the count 0-1. That one caught the inside corner, said our home plate umpire. And Burgess now finds himself down 0-2 in the count with 2 on and 1 out. Butler trying to pitch himself out of trouble here for the Knights. Another breaking ball. This one's kind of cued back up the middle. It'll get between the infielders. 1 run will score. In comes Lafferty, and he gets the ball in quickly, so only 1 run scores. But an RBI single for Cooper Burgess. His 8th RBI of the season. Bryce Wells goes to third, Burgess at first, and the 9-hole hitter is the third baseman, Cade Hansen. Hansen, another of the seniors, 4 of them in the starting lineup. Steps in with a .375 average, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. He's bunting. First base side's going to try to beat it out. Butler's throw is in time. The run scores, so another RBI. And Hansen is retired 1-3. No at bat officially, as that is a sacrifice bunt to help his average, but the Rangers go up 3-1 now here in the bottom of the second. Back to the top of the order, and center fielder Cason Wells. Again, he hit his 7th home run to lead off the Ranger first. And his 27th run batted in. Has a chance for another one here with a base hit. Count goes even at 1-1 to the leadoff batter for the Rangers. Left-handed hitter digs in and waits. Senior sees a chance. This one, kind of an inside-out swing that he fouled down the third base line. Waited for it as long as he could and fouled it off. Runs the count 1-2. 2 outs, a runner on second. 2 runs in for the Rangers. Bottom of the second inning. Another breaking ball in the dirt. So deuces on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. Wells, the leadoff hitter for the Rangers, who homered his first at bat. Waits now for Butler's 2-2 delivery. And he takes a breaking ball in there for strike 3. And Cason Wells is surprised, not happy, but he goes down on strikes. The Rangers strike twice and take a 3-1 lead as we head to the third at Ranger Ballpark on the Ranger Network.
Coach, I can't believe we've been shooting these commercials for 10 years.
Man, time flies.
Indeed it does. You know, one of my favorites is when they dump that ice water on you on the sideline. That was great. I think it was the middle of November. Oh, Oh, and remember when we turned a 300-pounder loose on you and he was knocking the silly out of you? Man, I can't wait to see what we're going to do this year.
This year's my pick.
Ferris Orthodontics.
That's what I'm talking about.
Release the sharks!
Back to Ranger Field, a 3-1 Ranger lead as we play into the third inning, the top of the third. Steele Knights will be facing Jackson Elizondo. And after the 9-hole hitter Angel Salazar bats, they'll have their second chance to look at the left-hander for the Rangers, who continues his warm-up pitches. And looks like we're about ready to go. The Knights' leadoff hitter for the inning will be the catcher, Angel Salazar. Slow to make his way towards the batter's box as the infield and outfield get into position. Elizondo has struck out 4, hasn't walked anyone. The only Ranger error of the game was by Jackson.
Leading off for Steele in the top of the third, the catcher number 7, Angel.
And slowly but surely, Salazar is in the box waiting for the first offering. Sends it foul back to the screen. Knights got a run in the top of the second. That one's inside, runs the count even at 1-1 after a error on Elizondo. A wild pitch gets that runner to third. And the runner scored on an RBI by Castillo. Salazar now waits for the 1-2. Fouls it in the dirt. Goes back towards the screen. Count stays 1-2 to the leadoff batter for the Knights. 20 wins for the team, 11-4 in district play under head coach Mike Gomez. Looping line drive that the shortstop De Hoyos makes a catch in the air. So kind of a line out to the shortstop, even though it wasn't hit very hard. Kind of a spinner off the end of the bat. Takes us back to the top of the order. And the shortstop, Peyton Tollison. He flew out to center field on a nice running catch by Cason Wells to lead off the game. Checks his swing on that ball in the dirt. It's called a ball. Right-handed batter, Peyton Tollison. Takes that one on the outside corner. 4-strike one, count even at 1-1. Tollison, another senior, and he hits this one hard up the middle for a single. So with one out, the Knights have a base runner again. On the one-out hit by Tollison. Left fielder Grant Hamilton's due up. He struck out back in the first. Bats here in the third with one out and a runner on first. Hamilton fouls this one back to the screen. Elizondo has got into a rhythm of throwing strikes here in the third. Into the stretch now, and the 0-1 delivery. A little bit tight. Count evens up. The left fielder hits about 275 on the season. Offered at that one, but they say he checked his swing. And again, they say he did check it. 2-1 the count. Gonzalez did a good job of staying down and keeping that ball in front of him. So the 2-1 pitch from Elizondo. Swung and missed by Hamilton. One of 4 strikeout victims so far this evening by the Rangers starter. Checks the runner at first, brings it home, high and tight, swung and missed. Hamilton goes down on strikes for the second time here in the first 20 batters. Now the third baseman, Cody DeMont, is due up. DeMont also struck out in the first. The senior, 250 his average coming in. Elizondo misses inside to start off the at-bat. Elizondo has the sign and to the stretch. Again, checks the runner who does not have a big lead. Brings that one over the outside corner. A snap throw to first is not in time. I believe that was a ball. To DeMont. Gonzalez with a quick throw. Ready for it. There's a swing offering at a breaking ball that's down low and runs the count to 1-2 to the 3-hole hitter for the Steele Knights. Wind blowing basically from first to third or out to left field, kind of depending on how the flag waves when we're looking at it. That one inside hits him. So the runner goes to first on the hit by pitch. So just like a walk. Now 2 runners on for the Knights. For arguably their best hitter is the center fielder Clint Lafferty. He struck out swinging to lead off the second for the Knights. Gonzalez out with a quick conversation with Jackson. 2 outs, 2 on for the Knights. Rangers lead at 3-1 as we play top of the third. Beautiful shot of the countryside right there. Now Elizondo with the runner on first. Elizondo up high for ball 1. Lafferty waits. Holds back. That one's deemed up and away. Now Elizondo down in the count, 2-0. To the stretch. 2-0 pitch is deemed high. And now we'll have a visit at the mound. Infielders told to stay at their position. As probably just something to calm him down. Elizondo had gotten into a good rhythm to start the inning. Throwing some strikes. Got to a 2-2 count on Hamilton before punching him out. Then had a 1-1 count when he hit DeMont on an inside fastball. So the meeting is over. Gonzalez heads back behind the plate. And with a 3-0 count, Lafferty will dig back in. Elizondo gets his sign. Goes to the stretch. There's a fastball to start the climb back. Well, that's one. He needs another one now to squash this minor uprising by the Knights here in the third. This one's low and inside, and the walk. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. And the right fielder, Alex Anderson Gallegos, is due up. He hit a high one hopper back to the mound that Elizondo threw away on his throw to first. Gallegos ended up scoring their only run so far. He's at the plate with 2 outs, and the bases are full. Fouls one down the first base line, up and out of play. Elizondo brings one in, low and inside. Gallegos with some ducks on the pond, the infield at normal depth. There's a fastball right down the middle for strike 2. Not sure what Gallegos was waiting for, but he wasn't looking for a fastball down the middle of the plate because that was it. So 0-2 count with 2 outs and the bases full. Elizondo gets his sign and brings the pitch. And he strikes him out. Elizondo rears back, gets his 6th strikeout. He's had 2 strikeouts in each of the first 3 innings. So no runs, but 3 runners left on base. It's 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the third on the Rangers Network.
Witness is a classic case of Snack-a-Crack-a-Toothus, the surprising moment when enjoying a tasty treat turns into months of restorative dentistry. Lucky for Coach Worstifer, at Summerhill Dental we offer same-day crowns and, if need be, 3D guided implants to fight Snack-a-Crack-a-Toothus, one Ranger at a time.
As we play into the bottom of the third on the Rangers Network, we're at Ranger Park. As the left-handed starter, Ben Butler continues his work into the third. 3-1 Rangers as they bat in the third. It's Hansen, Arguello, and De Hoyos due up for the Rangers. Wyatt Hansen, the left fielder, grounded out to third in the first. Hansen hit a sharp ball that the third baseman, DeMott, hits it to him again. DeMott stays in front of it and throws him out for the second time tonight, this time to lead off the Ranger third. So 1 out for the right fielder, Tim Arguello. He hit a hard hit ball to the right fielder's warning track. Tracked down by Gallegos. That in the first. Hit that ball long and far, just didn't get out of here. Could say the wind is blowing in from right field, but still looks more like it's blowing out to left than anything else. Hard hit ball to the first baseman. Galindo comes up with it. 3 unassisted is the second out. Ben Butler's in a little bit of a rhythm. After the 2 runners came in and a single by Burgess that brought the second run in, he's now retired 4 in a row. David De Hoyos, the shortstop, 31 runs batted in on the season for De Hoyos. Sends that one foul down the first base side. 8 doubles and 3 triples. Extra base hits for De Hoyos. The junior shortstop, 447 his average. He grounded out to short his first trip up. Takes a breaking ball in there, and that's strike 2. So Butler again has found a little bit of a rhythm. Gained some confidence against this Rangers lineup. Catcher sets up outside. De Hoyos changes a fastball that's in the left-handed batter's box. Fouls it back to the screen. Count stays 0-2. 2 outs, bases empty. The Rangers scored a single run in the first, 2 in the second, and are threatening to be shut out here in the third. Butler's wind and pitch down in the dirt, 1-2. Thought he'd try to see if he could get De Hoyos to chase another one as he chased that fastball way outside the zone. Now the 1-2 delivery. Another breaking ball back up the middle. There's a single for De Hoyos. And the Rangers have some life with 2 outs and a runner on first. And the Rangers catcher, Ethan Gonzalez, had a single to left in the second inning to lead off the inning. Ended up scoring a run, or the courtesy runner did. 408 is average, 1 home run, 25 runs batted in. Bats with 2 outs and a runner on first. De Hoyos the runner. Butler sends a fastball inside for ball 1. Butler throws to first this time and chases De Hoyos back. Galindo gets it back to this pitcher. Good shot of that right there with De Hoyos leading off first. Good 5 steps off now. Breaking ball hits Gonzalez. So the Rangers will take the hit by pitch and put 2 on with 2 outs. Here in the third, and second baseman Bryce Wells due up. Courtesy runner again for Gonzalez. It is again Gavin Woods. So with 2 on and 2 out, Bryce Wells, the second baseman, up. 317 the average. A home run, 14 RBI. Reached on a fielder's choice. Error by the catcher. Butler again checks the runners, brings the first pitch, fouled back to the screen by Wells. Anxious, saw something he liked and hacked it back to the screen. 2 outs, 2 on, a 2-run lead for the Rangers, 3-1. We play bottom of the third. Butler breaks one off inside and evens the count at 1-1. To the freshman, Bryce Wells. No relation to Cason Wells, the leadoff hitter for the Rangers. Breaks this one in and catches the outside corner, and the count goes 1-2. Ranger coaches hoping that Bryce Wells grows into the player Cason Wells is. How about that? Trying to hold the runner at second. The shortstop Tollison had gone all the way to the bag. Butler wasn't going to throw it, but stepped off. Freshman digs in and waits with 2 on and 2 out. A 1-2 pitch. That one down low. Evens the count at 2-2. De Hoyos at second. Gonzalez at first. Wells fouls this one out into the dirt, fouls it down into the dirt and stays alive. Swung late, got enough of it to keep that bat alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on. Rangers trying to add to their 2-run lead. There's a rope to left. That'll single, bring 1 run home. Gonzalez will stop at second, but the Ranger lead is now 4-1 on the RBI single by Bryce Wells.
Runners at first and second for the Rangers with 2 outs.
Coach Gomez takes a trip to the mound. Not sure if Butler will be pulled. We'll have to wait and see. Actually, don't see anybody warming up, or at least no one warming up right now. The whole infield is on the mound after the RBI single by Bryce Wells. Runners remain on first and second with 2 outs. Home plate umpire makes his way out to the mound and breaks up the conversation as the 2 base runners will head back to their respective bases. Coach Gomez heads back to the dugout. And everybody heads back to their position. It's the DH, Zach Gingrich, the sophomore. 308 is average, a home run, 9 runs batted in for the left-handed batter. Gingrich waits. Butler misses low and away. Not sure how much longer Mike Gomez wants to go with Butler, but he's hoping he can get one out and get out of this inning. 2 on, 2 out, 1-0 pitch. That one's in the dirt. Count goes to 2-0. Not many empty seats left at Ranger Stadium tonight. A big crowd of students down the left field line into the student section. The 2-0 in the dirt, 3-0. He's got a chance to load the bases if he throws another ball, and I'm sure that's not what the Steele coaching staff would like to see. So Butler's going to try to climb back up that ladder. The youngster sends up ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So Gonzalez at third, Wells at second, Gingrich now at first, and we're going to have another trip, so we'll have a different pitcher. So after the changeover, we'll be back. Rangers now lead at 4-1 with the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third on the Rangers Network.
Hey Fuller, does your dad insure this?
No, but if it was a car, he would.
Hey Fuller, what about this?
No, but if it was your parents' house, he would. Okay, listen. If it's auto, home, life, or business, my dad can insure it. Ugh.
We're back at Rangers Stadium. The new pitcher is a freshman like Butler. A freshman. His name is Case Starr. This one a right-hander. And like Butler, doesn't have any pitching statistics online that we could find. So another pitcher who has not pitched in a varsity game that we know about is on the mound in relief for the Knights. It's a 4-1 Ranger lead as we play in the bottom of the third. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. The first 2 batters, well, 2 of the first 3 batters, well, let me get to the right side of the scorebook. The first 2 batters were out. Then a single by De Hoyos, a hit by pitch by Gonzalez, a single by Wells, and a walk to Gingrich brings up the first baseman, Cooper Burgess, for the new pitcher, Starr, Case Starr. So his catcher, Salazar, out there to go through signs with him. Make sure they're on the same page with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Another freshman, Case Starr, put into this situation with 2 outs and the bases loaded in a 4-1 lead for the Rangers. Burgess digs in, waits, takes a swing. A high ball to center field, not going very far. The center fielder, Lafferty, comes in and makes the catch, and that is the 3rd out. The Rangers score 1 run on a couple of hits. Bases left loaded as we head to the 4th. It's 4-1 Rangers on the Rangers Network.
Coach, this is the year. Give me a chance. I get to try out? Yes!
This is the year. Get your guns up. Get your guns up.
You know, this is the 3rd time he's tried out for the team, and I don't think he's going to make it this time either.
Yep, and this never gets old.
Dr. Embry, would you like a try?
Absolutely.
Rangers lead at 4-1 as we're back to Ranger Stadium, and that's the first base coach for the Steele Knights. His name is Ryan Byer. He was part of that 2001 team here at Smithson Valley. He batted right behind Cody Fuller. This night is all for Cody Fuller as he goes through his battle with cancer. Support for the whole Smithson Valley family. But Coach Byer played on that 2001 time, and again, Fuller batted first and Byer second in that potent lineup of the Rangers. So the DH, Michael Castillo, is due up for the Knights. Takes a first pitch fastball in the outside corner by Jackson Elizondo. There was a fastball in his eyes that Castillo swings and misses, and Gonzalez grabs and gets out of the way. Elizondo pitched out of trouble in the 3rd as the bases were loaded. Got himself out of the inning as he throws ball 1 there. Michael Castillo, 353 the average coming in. Takes strike 3 on a off-speed pitch. That's the first out of the 4th. The 7th strikeout by Elizondo. 64 on the season coming in. That'll give him 71. One walk so far. That one outside for ball 1. Caleb Galindo, the first baseman, who dropped his hat, lost his hat on first inning defensive plays by the Knights against the Rangers. Seems to have not had that problem again. Sends this one in the air. Arguello's running in and makes a sliding catch. Second baseman Wells gave way to Arguello the whole way, even though it was probably no more than 10 or 15 feet back of the infield grass.
2 outs for the Rangers. I'm sorry for Steele. Nobody on.
Not real sure to call that a pop-up to right field or a fly ball to right field. It's an out in the book. It's the second out of the inning. Brings up the second baseman, Austin Crow. Elizondo sends that one in high for ball one. Crow flew out to right field his first trip. That was the final out of that second inning. Asks for time as Elizondo goes to the windup now. And he throws one by the 8-hole hitter for the Knights, Austin Crow. Elizondo in a hurry. Waits for the sign into the wind. That's an off-speed pitch, swung on and missed. Now the Ranger left-handed starter ahead in the count 1-2 with 2 outs and the base is empty. Top of the fourth. 4-1 Rangers. Friday night baseball. And there's strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in each of the first 4 innings for Jackson Elizondo. It's a 1-2-3 inning as the Rangers lead it 4-1 heading to the bottom of the fourth on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Fisher's Neighborhood Market, Ferris Orthodontics, Sage Capital Bank, Wick Productions, HEB, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Dermatology San Antonio, Summerhill Dental, and Jeremy Fuller State.
It isn't Taco Tuesday without the freshest tortillas. That's why HEB bakes tortillas fresh in store. Your kids won't eat tacos on Tuesday or any day without their favorite toppings. Good thing HEB has it all, including guacamole made fresh in store. It's been a really long week, and it's still only Tuesday. That's why HEB does all the shopping for you, so you can just pick it up with free curbside. No store does more to bring the best to your door. Shop the app or online and pick up curbside free at HEB.
Back to Ranger Stadium, Ranger Field. The flag, the winds have picked up a bit, moving from first to third or out to left, depending your angle. Now the third baseman, Cade Hansen. Cade, the senior, steps in and waits for the first pitch from Case Starr, who sends an off-speed pitch up just a little bit low. Starr came in and recorded an out. The only batter he faced, Burgess. Now he works into the fourth. Right-hander sends another off-speed pitch, low. Hansen's just waiting for something to swing at. Another freshman pitcher. Both their pitchers of tonight have been freshmen. Starr, the second one on the mound. Looks like he's throwing a knuckle curve. That is indeed what it is. This time he gets a strike called as it stayed elevated enough. Good work by our camera folks, as you got that grip in his glove as he's getting ready to pitch. So the freshman uses a knuckle curve. It looks like he's going to do it again. This time it goes behind the batter. So he's still working on it. 3-1 the count. Told you he was a freshman, that we didn't have any indication that he's pitched in a game so far this season. Nonetheless, leadoff batter for the Rangers here in the fourth. And there's one low, so he's walked his first batter of the fourth. After recording an out on the only batter he faced, he now faces the top of the order for the Rangers. And that's Cason Wells, the center fielder, who has just out-of-this-world numbers. Told you again, he's 1 for 2 with a .620 average, now 7 home runs, 27 runs batted in. He has 11 doubles and 8 triples. His slugging percentage is 1.190. Normally a good slugging percentage is 700 or 800. That's really, really good. He's 1.10. That one hit him, bounced up and caught the batter, Cason Wells. He'll take first base on a hit by pitch. So runners now on first and second. 2 hit by pitches. By the way, Wells' on-base average is 706, and a good one of that is like 450 to 550. You know, that's good. He's at 706 as he's 2 for 3, getting on base tonight with a hit by pitch and a home run. Now Wyatt Hansen, the left fielder, is grounded out to third twice. Starr sends that one in the dirt for ball 1, as he's not having a whole lot of luck here in his second inning of work after getting 1 out in the third to get out of the inning. The freshman right-hander. See if we can get an indication of what pitch. Is he pulling that first index finger now? Looks not sure, like he doesn't throw a knuckle curve all the time. Index finger is the point of the finger is up on like a seam. The second finger is around the ball, and you throw it as hard as you can, and it doesn't go very fast. That's what I know about the knuckle curve. 2 on, nobody out. Rangers up 4-1, bottom of the 4th. That was a fastball, up and away, and the count's now 3-0. He's got a chance now to load the bases. We have had at least 1 strike, as Hansen's count was 3-1 before he was hit. Third batter of the inning. The first 2 have reached base on a hit batsman. Starr's ball 4 now to Wyatt Hansen. Bases are loaded, nobody's out. 3-hole hitter Tim Arguello will have to wait, as there'll be another meeting on the mound. Wait and see. Is he taking the ball from him? I believe he is. Looks like we have another pitching change, so we'll take a timeout. The Rangers up 4-1, but they've got the bases loaded and nobody out here, bottom of the 4th on the Rangers Network.
Coach, I can't believe we've been shooting these commercials for 10 years.
Man, time flies.
Indeed it does. You know, one of my favorites is when they dump that ice water on you on the sideline. That was great. I think it was the middle of November. Oh, and remember when we turned a 300-pounder loose on you and he was knocking the silly out of you? Man, I can't wait to see what we're going to do this year.
This year's my pick.
Ferris Orthodontics.
That's what I'm talking about.
Release the sharks!
And Michael Castillo will be the new pitcher. He's been the DH so far tonight for the Knights. Castillo on the season has pitched. Again, we don't have very good numbers, but he's been on the mound enough to have some numbers. Pitched double-figure innings. See if he has a record under his name. 2-1 is his record on the season, so he has pitched enough to get that. Don't really have an accurate ERA on him, but no, he's pitched enough to get a couple of decisions. Comes in with the Rangers up 4-1. The bases loaded, nobody out. And right fielder Tim Arguello, who's flown out to right field and grounded out to first in 2 trips to the plate, faces another left-hander.
Now pitching for Steele, number 12, Michael Castillo.
He faced Butler twice. Now faces Castillo. That one looked decent, but must have been just a tad inside. It's ball 1. Castillo again out of the full windup with the bases loaded. Sends this one high. Count goes to 2-0. Nowhere to put him. The bases are juiced. There is nobody out as we play in the bottom of the 4th. That one caught the outside corner and runs the count to 2-1. Arguello would like to break this game open, as it hasn't really been close all night, but still 4-1. That one all the way back to the wall. Rebounds off the wall, but not till all runners move up. Hansen scores from third. Cason Wells tries to score, and the catcher can't hang on to the ball, so he will score as well, as Wells scores from second on the play. Salazar, the catcher, in the collision with Wells. Yeah, should be a 3-1 count. As Arguello will not bat with the bases loaded, he'll have a runner on second and still no one out. 2 runs in, it's 6-1 Rangers. Arguello had visions of driving all 3 runners home, but he's going to get 1 at most with a hit here, if he can find a pitch to hit. 3-1 the count. So 2 runs in, a runner on second. The 3-hole hitter for the Rangers, Tim Arguello. And he'll take ball 4. As the Knights having trouble finding the strike zone here in the 4th. Hit 2 batters, and now they've walked 2 batters. Castillo, one of their veteran pitchers after a couple of a freshman, brings up the shortstop, David DeHoyas, and his lofty 447 average. 31 runs batted in. Told you last at bat before he singled. 8 doubles, 3 triples to his credit. Hits a rope to left. Arguello will round third and head home and score without a throw. The other runners will move up to first and second on the RBI single by David DeHoyas.
First and second for the Rangers with nobody out. Brings up the catcher.
So now Ethan Gonzalez, the Ranger catcher, who's been hit by a pitch and singled in his 2 plate appearances. The junior 408 average, as that one's in the dirt for ball 1. A home run, 25 runs batted in to his credit this year. Solid catcher behind the plate, the junior is. 2 on, nobody out. Knights trying to get out of the 4th. That one's fouled up and into the screen. Maybe over the screen. 1-1 the count. Michael Castillo, the 3rd Steele pitcher of the night. He's given up a walk and a single in 2 plate appearances. Gets a ground ball to second. Potential double play. A flip to second is going to be mishandled by the second baseman, Crow, and everybody's safe. So Gonzalez reaches on a fielder's choice. The bases are loaded once again. Gonzalez will have a courtesy runner again. And again, it will be Gavin Woods. Nope, not Gavin Woods. Yeah, so is everybody else.
Courtesy runner at first base for the Rangers, number 25. Bases loaded, nobody out.
So the batter is Bryce Wells. Had an RBI single his last trip up.
Courtesy runner at first base is number 25, Jackson Duffy.
So Jackson Duffy is the courtesy runner this time. Castillo's pitch inside, just missed the batter. Wells. Still nobody out. Had a chance for a double play ball, mishandled it in the middle. 1-1 the count. Wells waits, takes this one in the dirt, doesn't get far enough away for anybody to advance. Count moves to 2-1. To the 6-hole hitter for the Rangers, the freshman, Bryce Wells. Castillo sends this one wide. Castillo, a junior. Got Gonzalez to ground into a potential out, but no luck. 3-1 his pitch. Wells sends it in the air. Foul on the right-hand side. About a half a dozen young athletes chase after it. You see the very nice crowd here tonight at Ranger Field. There's another foul ball on the right side off the screen in front of the dugout. And the count goes full. 3-2. 7-1. Rangers lead it. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Now 3 in the fourth with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Now there is an out. As Wells goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning, and that brings up the DH, the sophomore, Zach Gingrich, who has flown out to right and walked in 2 plate appearances.
Designated hitter, number 25, Zach Gingrich.
So bases remain loaded now with 1 out. 7-1 Rangers, bottom of the fourth. Castillo sends that one wide for ball 1. Gingrich with 9 RBIs on the season has a chance to add to that number with a base hit here. Takes a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Left-handed batting sophomore. The DH tonight for the Rangers. That curveball stayed up high. It's 2-1. Castillo, the junior. Nice off-speed pitch there that Gingrich swung over the top and runs the count to 2-2 with the bases still full. Arguello at third, De Hoyos at second. Courtesy runner Duffy at first. That one hit him in the arm. And a hit by pitch, RBI for Gingrich. Everybody moves up a base. Bases remain full for the ninth batter of the inning, Cooper Burgess. Steele's coach, Mike Gomez, is talking with our home plate umpire. Don't know if he's going to make another change.
Base is loaded for the Rangers with 1 out.
Everybody's going back to their spots. Lengthy conversation with their coaches.
Who's this? Pitch hitting for the Rangers.
So in for Burgess, Gavin Woods is pinch hitting. So Woods the batter. Fouls it down the left field line. Good contact. Gavin Woods bats. Here in the fourth, bases loaded. 4 runs now in. Takes one inside, runs the count even at 1-1. Another ball. Woods on the season, 308 his average. Just 13 at bats. 3 singles and a double, his 4 hits. Bats now 2-1 with the bases loaded and 1 out. Castillo's pitch fouled down the right field side. Everybody's chasing as it's still in the stadium, but no one can get to it. So just a long foul. Ball brought back in, as the other foul balls have been. So the ninth hitter in the inning with still only 1 out. A real chance to mess up the scorebook here. Gavin Woods can bring some more runs home. It's 8-1 Rangers. Bottom of the fourth. Castillo's wind. That one's inside. Count goes full at 3-2. Nothing like making it really exciting. Runners take their lead. Castillo. 3-2 pitch. He threw it by him. So there's a strikeout, is the second out of the inning. Brings up the third baseman.
2 outs for the Rangers. Bases loaded. Brings up the third baseman.
Cade.
Number 25, Cade Hansen.
Cade Hansen is the batter. He was hit by a pitch to start the inning. So he's been on base and scored so far in the inning. He gets a second at bat here. Check swing there for ball 1. 10th batter in the lineup. Again, 4 runs in, 3 runners on base, 2 out. Rangers left 1 on in the second, 2 on in the third, have 3 on now in the fourth. Hansen sends it up in the air, high on the left side of the infield. Third baseman makes the play. That's DeMont, and that is the third out of the inning. So a pop out to the third baseman 4 runs come in for the Rangers. It makes it an 8-1 score as we head to the top of the 5th on the Ranger Network.
Coach, this is the year. Give me a chance. I get to try out? Yes!
This is the year. Get your guns up. Get your guns up.
You know, this is the 3rd time he's tried out for the team, and I don't think he's going to make it this time either.
Yep, and this never gets old.
Dr. Embry, would you like a try?
Absolutely.
Back to Ranger Field, you see the student crowd down that third base line, and as we back out of that tight shot of all the students down there, you see the field as a whole. Ranger Field in great shape tonight. Jackson Elizondo on the mound. Throwing awfully well tonight. 8 strikeouts in 4 innings. We head to the top of the 5th. It's an 8-1 Ranger lead. Ranger Salazar, their starting catcher, will bat for the 2nd time tonight. He lined out on a soft liner to short his first time up in the 3rd. He now bats to lead off the 5th.
Steele in the top of the 5th. Catcher number 7, Angel Salazar.
Salazar takes a fastball for ball 1. Elizondo had a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th after struggling a little bit with his control in the 3rd. Throws 2 balls to the leadoff hitter Salazar here in the 5th. 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and then 4 in the 4th for the Rangers. As we play top 5, Jackson again to the windup. Throws strike 1 that's fouled down the first baseline. Count goes 2-1 to the leadoff hitter for the Knights here in the 5th. The lone Knight run came in that 2nd inning. Another foul back to the screen by Salazar. Elizondo to the windup in the 2-2. Strikeout number 9 will have to throw to first base, does Gonzalez. First out of the 5th inning. Now we go back to the top of the order. And Peyton Tollison. Tollison singled his last at bat.
Shortstop number 1, Peyton Tollison.
He made it all the way to 3rd but didn't score as Elizondo stranded all 3 runners that got on base in that 3rd inning. This pitch comes way inside. Elizondo misses 0-1 again. Tollison, a senior, takes ball 2. This one low and away. Batting right around .310 coming in tonight. A hit and 2 appearances. 2 at bats. Fastball upstairs. Runs the count to 3-0 to the 2nd hitter of the 5th inning, but the leadoff hitter in their lineup. There's ball 4. So on 4 pitches with 1 out, Elizondo walks Tollison. Brings up the left fielder, Grant Hamilton.
Runner at first for Steele with 1 out. Brings up the left fielder, number 6, Grant Hamilton.
Do we have a pitch count on? Yes. 82 is pitch count. So he throws strike 1 to Hamilton. Elizondo checks the runner and throws this one in the dirt. Gonzalez got enough of it, but it bounced it off to shin guard. Tollison bluffed going to third. And Gonzalez was in possession of the ball and ready to throw as he did. So he went back. Got some action in the lineup. We've got 2 number 25s warming up, so we'll have to figure out who that is later. Strike 2 on the pitch by Elizondo to Hamilton as the runner takes his lead from second now with 1 out. Another one in the dirt. The runner tries advance. Gonzalez comes up with a throw. Thank goodness it hit the runner, or it would have been in left field. Gonzalez almost off balance when he threw that throw. The runner advances to third. And it's ball 2, 2-2 the count. Gonzalez not happy with his throw. Had a chance to get the runner that time. Don't know if the coach is coming down. Perhaps asking for interference by the third baseman as the runner moved to the bag. I didn't see it that way myself, but we'll have to see on the appeal to the base umpire, who seems to be not conducive to believe it or go with it. So no change of a call. Everybody goes back to their spots. 8-1 Rangers lead it with 1 out here in top of the 5th. The Knights have a runner on third with that 1 out and a 2-2 count to their 2-hole hitter, Grant Hamilton. Fastball up and away, runs the count full. Elizondo. There's a softly hit ball that goes right in the hole, and there's an RBI for Grant Hamilton. Makes it an 8-2 score as he brings home Tollison from third. Not a hard hit ball. A big hop at the plate, and then just over the outstretched glove of De Hoyos in the hole between third and short. Brings up the third baseman, Cody DeMont, with a runner on first and 1 out, and an 8-2 game. So their second single run of the game. Gonzalez's snap throw to first is not in time on ball 1. Elizondo sends that one low, and the count is 2-0. Any sharpness he had in the 4th is not here in the 5th, but he's still battling in an 8-2 game. It's 2-0 the count, 1 out and a runner on first. DeMont has struck out and was hit by a pitch. Their best hitter, Clint Lafferty, is on deck. He has struck out and walked in 2 plate appearances. Gonzalez has a brief chat with Jackson. Elizondo now gets back, and Elizondo checks for his sign. Into the stretch. 2-0 is upstairs. Three-ball count as we play here in the 5th. There's a strike. Pace of the game took a dive for slowness back in the bottom of the 4th, and it has continued here in the top of the 5th. 3-1 pitch from Elizondo. Strike 2. He's battled back to run the count full to the 3-hole hitter for the Knights, Cody DeMott. Senior waits. Runner short lead. That's strike 3. Snap throw to first. Not in time. Called strike. Second strikeout of the inning. Second out of the inning. And now with a run in and a runner on first, Clint Lafferty, the center fielder, due up. Again, he was the only player who got a hit when the 2 teams met Tuesday at Steele in a 5-1 win for the Rangers. 2 hits and an RBI. Takes ball 1 outside. Elizondo throws this one by him and evens the count at 1-1. Elizondo's 1-1 delivery. Slides inside. Dumont, the third baseman's had some action at third tonight. Waits for the 2-1. Ball inside, runs it 3-1. 2 outs, runner on first, 1 run in for the Knights. Action remains active in the Ranger bullpen. That one's in the dirt, and that's ball 4. So 2 runners on now for the Knights. Looks like the Rangers are calling for the bullpen. So we'll have a pitching change here at Ranger Park. It's an 8-2 lead for the Rangers. There's timeout on the field on the Ranger Network.
Coach, this is the year. Give me a chance. I get to try out? Yes!
Well, all I know is the coach went out and took the ball out of his hand and then walked back to the dugout. And now Coach Cale's coming out. My guess, we'll have a pitching change. Should we take the timeout or not, Coach? We will take a timeout on the Ranger Network.
Coach, I can't believe we've been shooting these commercials for 10 years.
Man, time flies.
Indeed it does. You know, one of my favorites is when they dump that ice water on you on the sideline. That was great. I think it was the middle of November. Oh, Oh, and remember when we turned a 300-pounder loose on you and he was knocking the silly out of you? Man, I can't wait to see what we're going to do this year.
This year's my pick.
Ferris Orthodontics.
That's what I'm talking about.
Release the sharks!
And the new pitcher for the Rangers is M.J. Espinoza.
For the Rangers, number 25, M.J. Espinosa.
Right-hander who throws strikeouts. 17 in the third innings. And he has struck out 37 batters in those 17 innings. Alex Anderson Gallegos, the right fielder, due up with 2 on and 2 out. Espinoza, right-hander, sends a fastball, goes between Gonzalez's legs, and the runners will move to second and third. So, ball 1 on a fastball low. Advances the runners to second and third with 2 outs. 1 run in on the inning. It's 8-2 Rangers. Knights trying to put together a rally, and there's strike 1 on a fastball that popped the catcher's mitt on the outside corner. Count even at 1-1. 37 strikeouts in 17 innings. Guessing he throws pretty hard. That one located right at the knees on the inside corner, runs the count to 1-2. M.J. Espinoza trying to put an end to this top of the 5th. Gets the sign from Gonzalez to the stretch. Right-hander gets a ground ball to second. Good play comes up. The runner's thrown out. As Wells to Burgess is a 4-3 put out for out number 3. Rangers lead it as we head to the bottom of the 5th. It's an 8-2 lead for the Rangers on the Rangers Network.
Hey Fuller, does your dad insure this?
No, but if it was a car, he would. Hey Fuller, what about this? No, but if it was your parents' house, he would. Okay, listen. If it's auto, home, life, or business, my dad can insure it. Ugh.
Let's go Rangers!
Coach, I can't believe we've been shooting these commercials for 10 years.
Man, time flies.
Indeed it does. You know, one of my favorites is when they dumped that ice water on you on the sideline. That was great. I think it was the middle of November. Oh, and remember when we turned a 300-pounder loose on you and he was knocking the silly out of you? Man, I can't wait to see what we're going to do this year.
This year's my pick.
Ferris Orthodontics.
That's what I'm talking about.
Release the sharks!
Back to Ranger Field. Leading off for the Rangers will be number 25. Seems like we've said that a lot tonight. This time it's Cason Wells, the leadoff hitter for the Rangers. Hit by a pitch his last at bat, struck out and homered. and his other three, the other two at bats. Bats now with the bases empty, leading off the Ranger fifth. 8-2 Rangers. Wells hits another hard hit ball. This one to center. This one carrying two and over the wall. His second home run of the night. Kaysen Wells. His 8th home run of the season. His 28th run batted in, the leadoff hitter. And with 2 runs scored tonight, he's now scored 3 runs scored tonight. He's now scored 50 runs on the season. 50 runs in the 28th game of the season. Rangers lead at 9-2. Again out here tonight, everyone in support of Cody Fuller, the Ranger from 2001, battling cancer. Support from all kinds of folks, including Spud and their director Aubrey Herring, Marco's Pizza, On the Grind, and Betty's Tacos, all sponsoring tonight's efforts out here at Ranger Field. It's a 9-2 lead as we play in the bottom of the 5th. 1 run in. Nobody out. It's Wyatt Hansen, the left fielder. Count 1-1 now to Hansen. That one into the dirt. Runs count 2-1. Or 1-2, pardon me. With a run in, second hitter of the inning, second hitter in the Ranger lineup as we started with the top of the order. Rangers trying to go 13-1 in District 27 6A. Trying to down the Knights for the second time this week. Won 5-2 at Steele on Tuesday. De Hoyos had a 3-for-4 night with 2 runs batted in. There's ball 3. Wells was 2 for 2 with 2 runs and an RBI Tuesday night at Steele. Arguello had 2 runs batted in with a hit. 3-2 pitch to Hansen. Ball 4. As the Rangers get another run on base. And the right fielder, Tim Arguello, due up. Not so sure, though. The Knights don't want to throw another pitcher at us. I haven't kept track. There is a limit how many times you can go out to the mound unless you have to change the pitcher. Not real sure what they're going to do, but we'll keep it here until they make that decision. Mike Gomez, the manager, calls the catcher out. Looks like Castillo is going out. And they are changing pitchers, so we'll take a timeout. Rangers lead it 9-2 on the Rangers Network.
Witness is a classic case of Snack-a-Crack-a-Toothus, The surprising moment when enjoying a tasty treat turns into months of restorative dentistry. Lucky for Coach Worstifer, at Summerhill Dental, we offer same-day crowns and, if need be, 3D guided implants to fight Snack-a-Crack-a-Toothus, one ranger at a time.
Coach, this is the year. Give me a chance. I get to try out? Yes!
This is the year. Get your guns up. Get your guns up.
Arguello will be the batter. The new pitcher is their first baseman, Galindo. As a first pitch into the dirt, Caleb Galindo, as the runner advances to second on the wild pitch. On ball 1-2, Arguello. He's flown out to right field, grounded out to first, and then walked and scored in the fourth. We now play into the fifth. That one caught the outside corner, said our home plate umpire. Bases, runner on second, nobody out. Another curveball, this one stayed outside. Galindo, another one of their pitchers who's had action this season. The senior right-hander brings the 2-1, that one outside as well. Looks like he's fallen in love with that curveball after getting a strike called to even the count at 1-1. Now he's missed two outside to the Ranger right fielder. That fastball's hit hard to center. It's carrying towards the wall. Back and off the wall. Lafferty chased it, heard it clang off the wall, and it's a triple for Tim Arguello. Might be his first triple of the year. Drives in the runner from second, Hansen, and makes it a 10-2 lead. So the bases remain with a runner on third and still nobody out. David DeHoyas, the shortstop and cleanup hitter, has grounded out to short, singled a couple of times. Scored a run, has an RBI. Takes ball one from Galindo. Caleb Galindo, right-hander, throws it behind him, I thought, but it must have got him. So a hit by pitch puts runners on first and third. Brings up the catcher, Ethan Gonzalez. With two on and nobody out, Rangers can effectively end this game here in the fifth by run rule if they get two more runners home. Gonzalez had a single in the second, was hit by a pitch in the third, and reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. Takes ball one. Galindo having a hard time finding the strike zone, as has most of the night pitchers tonight. Two freshmen were their first two, a junior and then a senior. DeHoyas stole second base. The catcher threw it back to the pitcher. Not real sure either one knew what they were supposed to do with it, but it's a 2-0 count with runners now on second and third. For Gonzalez, a chance to make it a 10-run difference right here with a single. DeHoyas with good wheels on second base. Arguello's at third. Salazar, nice stop in the dirt, but the count goes to 2-0. Salazar has earned his work tonight behind the plate with all these pitchers they've thrown. Galindo's 2-0 deliveries right in there for strike one. Out of the windup with runners on second and third. Galindo sends a breaking ball in there for strike two. Gonzalez took it. Galindo with the wind. Another breaking ball popped up first base side. Looks like it'll land right in front of the dugout. Count remains full. Gonzalez again in the box. Runners take their lead. 10-2 Ranger lead with 2 on and nobody out. Another breaking ball, this one inside for ball 4. Now the base is loaded with nobody out. And again, the freshman Bryce Wells due up. Reached on a fielder's choice, singled and struck out in 3 trips. Jackson Duffy goes in to run for Gonzalez at first base as the courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner at first base for the Rangers.
There you see the hashtag play for Cody. Everyone out in support of Cody Fuller, the former Ranger 2001 baseball player, battling cancer in the area. Everyone in support of him tonight. Bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch fastball to Wells is in there for strike one. Wells again reached on a fielder's choice, singled and struck out, 1 for 3 officially for the freshman who came into the game with a .317 average. That one downstairs. Count goes 1-1. Breaking ball in there for strike two. Wells, I don't think he liked the call, but nonetheless, he's down in the count 1-2 with the bases loaded and no one out. I have a feeling Rangers would love to end it right here. Galindo's breaking ball is swung on and missed. Caught by the catcher. That's the first out. So down on strikes is Wells. That brings up the DH. Zach Gingrich, sophomore. Walked, hit by a pitch with an RBI, and flown out to right. Takes a strike. Galindo's found a little rhythm here. Breaking ball away, 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the 5th, bases loaded for the Rangers. 10-2 advantage for the Rangers. Gingrich takes, they said he swung. So he's down in the count 1-2. So Galindo battling with the bases loaded, a couple of runs in, has made some good pitches to the last 2 batters. Right-hander winds. There's strike 3. He struck out his second batter. That one called. So 2 strikeouts for Galindo. Brings up
Brings up the first baseman, number 25, Cooper Burgess.
Cooper Burgess due up. Takes one low and in for ball 1. Galindo on a little bit of a roll, getting back-to-back strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 called. Right now, he's stranded those 3 base runners in a 10-2 game. There's ball 2. Back-to-back pitches in the dirt. Shakes off a couple, then gets ready. Breaking ball inside, that is ball 3. So after a couple of strikeouts with the bases loaded, he's now got a 3-0 count to Burgess. Threatening to walk in a run. He does, and it's back to the screen. So ball 4 is an RBI for Burgess. Arroyo comes home. De Hoyos at third now. Courtesy runner Duffy's at second. Burgess at first. And the third baseman, Cole Hansen. Two outs. Bases still full. Galindo would love to give his team a chance to bat again in an 11-2 game. One more run and the game's over. Hansen takes a curveball for strike 1. Now the 0-1 delivery. Another curveball. And it's strike 2. So a couple of strikeouts. Now Galindo in a rhythm again. Another curveball, this one in the dirt. In a hurry that time. Hansen had barely gotten back in the box. Got to be ready now. Galindo gets his sign. Finally, now the 1-2 delivery. Catcher sets up on the outside corner. That's in the air to left. It's got some carry towards the wall and out of here. It's a grand slam for Cade Hansen, his third home run of the year. RBIs 10, 11, 12, and 13, and that will end it. A walk-off grand slam for Cade Hansen, for the senior Cade Hansen. Bases are no longer loaded, and the game comes to conclusion. It'll be a 15-2 Ranger lead and a Ranger win as they improve to 24-4 in the season and 13-1 in District 27 6A. So here on a night, hopefully to bless Cody Fuller, who's battling cancer. His daughter sings the national anthem. Teammates out coaching for the other team. Everyone in attendance tonight praying for and believing for Cody Fuller. So for everyone with Wick Productions, this is Tony Brubaker saying good night and God bless. Rangers win it 15-2.